Good evening. My guest tonight has recently been voted the cutest guy by 4 to 14-year-olds in America. When you see who it is, you'll understand why. From the Monkees, here he is, Davy Jones. Evening, Davy.
Evening to you too.
How's it going? This is one of my all-time ambitions to meet one of the Monkees. We grew up with you, and now, from what I've been reading, another generation is doing the same. Yeah.
That's right. The Monkees show has been rerun in America this last couple of years, and it's gotten a lot of interest. So just three of us, Mickey Dolenz, Peter Tork, and myself, we got together. We went out on the road. We had tremendous response.
Yeah.
And as you say, 4 to 14-year-olds. But not only that, wait a minute, it's funny, I know it's funny, but because I've got 3 kids of my own and 1 on the way. But I was leaving the house today, actually, and my 16-year-old said, Dad, she said that her girlfriend thinks that I'm a major babe. So whatever that means.
At the age of 40, that's not bad at all, being a major babe.
But anyway, the thing that's beauty about this is when we go to do the concerts with the guys, we get not just the 4 to 14-year-olds, but we get them that were seen at the second rerun and the third rerun. So there's 18-year-olds there, you know, and with certain places we go, we get the mums and dads that go. So you've got the whole family.
So when you're like, you get critics who say that the Monkees reform and it's purely nostalgia, yeah. So you're saying that isn't the case at all, yeah.
Well, what I've learned to do a little bit of is more and more is to keep my mouth shut, right?
Yeah,
because when you say, as you know, when you say something, the thing is, don't let the truth spoil the news. So once you start talking, people say, well, he said this and he said that, and you bend it around. You know, thank you very much for the success.
Yeah.
You can call it nostalgia or whatever you want, but what I call it is now.
Yeah.
Because you've got these kids that are buying the records. They had 9 albums in the charts last year. Yes, rehashes of the old albums. They've just put them all out again. But those kids don't know that. They see us looking the way we are, and they still come to the concert. And the thing about the Monkees concerts, as from the very, very beginning, we just don't come out because we weren't the greatest musicians in the world. In fact, when we played the national anthem, people from every country stood up, you know. So, I mean, it wasn't great, but it was fun. But that's the same when you see all these, you know, they're talking like in the papers lately about Frankie Goes to Hollywood and all these different bands that are putting musicians together. You've got to do this. You can't do it all. Obviously, there are times when you want to go in and help and do bits and pieces in the studio. But as far as I'm concerned, we started out as 2 singers and 2 actors. Yeah. And we ended up as 4 actors and 4 musicians, you know. And what we do is now I've learned to play a bit of guitar. It's about this big, a little tiny one. And what I've learned to do is use this prop. It started out as a prop. And then I've learned to play it at home and enjoy it. So
when you're on stage, right, and you're playing to 50,000 or whatever, right? Are you being the musician, or are you actually acting the musician?
Well, I'm really basically acting the musician. I'd like to say Peter Tork says that I'm a fine musician and I can keep the beat, you know. And David Letterman in America is a big TV show. He voted me the #1, the #7, and the #10 tambourine player in the world, you know. Which is no easy feat. Tambourine's a very hard instrument to play. I still can't play it, you know.
Well, I can't play it, I'll tell you that much.
No, the thing would be, we go out onto the stage and I am responsible for staging the Monkees show when it goes out. Now, originally, we came out of these massive Vox amplifiers 20 years ago, but now we come out, and you know the start of the Monkees show, where we come on with the bed? Yeah. Well, when the show starts, we first of all show some film, because we always use film on the Monkees stage act. We show this film, and all of a sudden it goes boom, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da, and we push the bed out, and that's how we start our show. Brilliant. And we all sort of yawn and say, oh, hello, boys, how you doing? Oh, it looks like it's a monkey rehearsal. So all the way through this show, we try to incorporate bits and pieces of comedy, all the kind of stuff that the Monkees were known for, and then occasionally sit on a stool and play a ballad, and occasionally get and do rap. I dress up like David Lee Roth with a funny outfit on and the long hair, and I do Valerie all bouncing around, and Peter says to me, what are you wearing? And I say, hey, where's the party, dude? You know?
Give it the full bit.
I give it a full bit, you know?
Sound.
Have fun.
Do you miss not having Mike around, you know what I mean? Does it leave a gap? Or?
Well, it would have been hard because he's forgot the songs, you know, he's forgot how to play them. And not only that, he lost his wool hat, so that was it.
Having said that, it must have been 1986, I believe. He did get up in Hollywood with you.
Yeah, he did get on the stage, and I must say it was a buzz for all of us. Brilliant. But you see, the Monkees, like the Marx Brothers, you know, there were 4, 5, 2, 3 Marx Brothers. And I think the idea of our comedy and the familiarity, you know yourself from being on a TV series, from doing your show now, When you walk onto the street, people pick up a conversation when you say, hey, mate, and they carry on as if they just finished talking to you.
Yeah.
So you become sort of public property. The idea is that 3 monkeys were enough. Obviously, if Mike had been there, it would have been even better.
Yeah.
But our wages would have been less.
True enough, true enough.
And,
it's
you know,
worst 4 ways, doesn't
it's
it? You know?
fun. Mike was sort of like the John Lennon of the Monkees, where he would stand and he would just play and he'd keep it all balanced. Well, now we have about 9 or 10 musicians on the stage who all keep it balanced, so that the 3 of us are out front there, we're doing shtick, we're doing bits and pieces, and we're able to do what we're known for. We don't pretend. Peter Tork carries it as a guitar, and it's a radio control guitar, so he's not limited to a chord. He can go and stand on a piece of staging or have fun, you know.
And is Mickey still as mad as he was?
Mickey's still as mad as he was. He's still got no profile. We call him Skillet Face.
This guy just looks insane.
Yeah, he's pretty crazy. We call him the Sniffer. He's always scratching and going. He gets very excited, but on stage he's incredible to work with. You know, he knows what you're thinking. It's the same with any sort of acts that have been together for a long time. You get used to each other and you start bouncing off each other, and it's only good for the audience, and this is what I think entertaining is all about.
Brilliant. So what are you up to now, then?
Well, I've written a book.
We've written a book, not released in this country yet.
No,
but...
not yet. It's called They Made a Monkey Out of Me. The names have been changed to protect the guilty. Actually, the names have been changed to protect me from the guilty, you know, with all these lawsuits that fly around. But it talks about the Monkees, it talks about growing up in Manchester, or not growing up in Manchester, but it talks about all kinds of stuff that people maybe didn't know about, you know. It talks about things you should watch out for if you're just starting out as a rock and roller, and all these bad management ideas that come your way. You've just got to learn to filter them out. But I think the most important thing about being in show business is that you've got to find a friend, either a manager or an agent who believes in you and goes with you, and you've got to trust them. And it's very difficult to trust people,
Brilliant.
you know.
Davy,
hey.
I've got something to ask you.
Go ahead.
I want to do it. I want to do the monkey walk.
The monkey walk?
I used to do it to school with my brother, and now I want to do it officially.
Right. We're going
monkey.
We're going left to right or what?
Here we go.
Right. Pardon. Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the Monkees.
Davy Jones, thank you very much indeed. Have fun in America.
All right, I will.
Best of luck to Davy. Thank you, Davy. Plenty more to come between now and 4, including right after the break.
I am kicking you out.